Ooh, all right. Super excited, folks. What's up? Welcome to another trailer reaction. I feel like it's been a little second, right, Rob?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man dropped. So if you haven't checked out our stuff, we like to do these trailer reactions, and we have a whole host of other shows that we do. So if you like this, you like our banter back and forth, you like having some fun with these things, please subscribe and check out our other videos. Today we are talking about the Reacher, or AKA Jack Reacher TV show trailer, I think, from Amazon Prime, just dropped. I'm super excited. Big fan of Jack Reacher. Rob, are you a big fan of Jack Reacher as well?
Dude, I am. I got kind of turned on. So this movie, there was originally as a movie, right? That were set on these books that started Tom Cruise. I think the first one came out in 2016 or so. And because of that, I started reading a couple of the books, and I got completely hooked before the movie came out. Two movies came out. It starred Tom Cruise. Now the Jack Reacher, the character, is listed as like a 6'7", 300-pound hulking muscular guy, or maybe 250 pounds.
Yeah,
or whatever.
basically a wall. He's
right.
Basically a walking wall.
Right. Tom Cruise is not a wall. As for everything he does, jumping off buildings, going onto airplanes, parachuting from the depths of space and back down to terra firma, he's not a wall. He's maybe 5'8". So definitely wasn't the epitome of what the character is. However, this new series stars Alan Richardson, for recently seen in Titans. He was Aquaman in your favorite show, Smallville, and a number of other properties. And he's 6'4", so he's got the height, he's got the build, and I'm stoked to see this new trailer.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, he looks like
right here in GTA.
He looks like a big guy. I think he's like maybe 230 or almost 50 pounds. So yeah, definitely Jack Reacher. Yeah, a wall of muscle is what he's described as
like me
in the book. Yeah,
yes,
exactly. Spitting image of Rob Goddett here, folks.
Right.
Shout outs to the Tom Cruise movie, because I wouldn't know anything about Jack Reacher if that Tom Cruise movie didn't come out. So just like you, I saw the movie. A friend of mine told me about the books, and I was hooked. I went through all. I want to say they're on 26 books, maybe.
There's now 26 right now. Yeah.
And I've gone through all of them. I've never done this with any book. I cheated though. I did the audiobook. So if you are a fan of listening to things on audio, I do highly recommend the audiobooks. Great narration by I think his name is Dick Hill or something like that. I don't know.
Sure.
Anyways,
I don't know. John, I read.
Yeah. Good for you. I got the books too. I'm debating on if I should upgrade to hardcover. So thank you, folks, for tuning in. Hopefully, if you're tuning in, you're a fellow Jack Reacher fan. If you're not, maybe you're just curious, and hopefully this will catch you. So this new show is based off the first book, this book here, Killing Floor.
Yep.
Whereas the movie was based off one of the later books and kind of chopped up parts and things like that. And then the second movie,
and I can describe.
Yeah, thank you, sweetie. And then the second book was like all kinds of things from all over the place, kind of chopped up together. Yes, thank you, sweetie. Okay, so we're gonna. Yes, they got it. Hit the bell. Thank you, everybody. So we're gonna dive into the trailer, and then we'll talk about it after, Rob. So today just dropped trailer for the TV show. They dropped off some stills. I'm super excited. Are you excited at all for this?
Yeah, man, I'm super stoked. I always said that as much as it was great to have those movies, this lends itself to a TV series. I said that a number of years ago. You and I talked about it a number of years ago. And then like we, as if we were soothsayers, John, they said, hey, I like the cut of their jib. We're going to make a TV series. So we won.
It's already gotten praise from Lee Child, who is a producer credit on the show. He's already said that this is like, if you're a fan of the book, this is as close as the book you're ever going to get. So that's high praise. Who knows if it's just hype man stuff, but let's dive into the trailer and we'll talk a little bit about it after. So, oh boy. I'm looking at the first frame right now, so I'll stop stalling. I just wanted to build up anticipation, but let's go.
You know what's about to happen to you. You leave now.
Police, don't move!
Jack Reacher, as deceased, retired Army.
Bronze Star, Silver Star, and a Purple Heart.
What in God's name is a guy like that doing in Margrave?
What's a guy like that doing in jail? Zip ties?
Cuffs didn't fit him.
You guys recycle.
7 bodies since you set foot in my town.
I was arrested for murder. Now you want my help?
I want you to do what I say.
You just go wherever you want, whenever you want?
Everyone's always jealous. I'm gonna uncover this whole
rich
and burn it to the ground. You boys knew what's about to happen to you. You leave now.
Don't go getting yourself arrested for murder.
Shooter was someone who knows firearms well.
Lightning.
Bullets were 95 grain, that's subsonic. This wasn't a first timer.
These people are connected and stone cold killers.
So be smart, don't break the law, and promise me you won't end up in another holding cell.
No.
Yeah, you got
Looking for payback?
Payback, justice, vengeance. Looking for the whole gang.
You're gonna kill a whole lot of people, aren't you?
Already started.
You're about to get your ass kicked.
No, I'm just gonna break the hands of 3 drunk kids.
There's 4 of us.
One of you's got to drive to the hospital.
It's not a twist off. Show off.
All right.
Okay.
Thought there was something else for a second there.
No.
That was some other Amazon Prime shows for us
For the boys.
for the check out. Yeah. So yeah, how often do you open your beer with your bicep, Rob? I actually trick it out and I go with my tricep.
I'm very glad that you said that. I thought you were going a different body part, and I was a little bit concerned about getting a visualization on that one. I use cans.
Oh, nice. Hey, and then you smash them on your forehead after. Okay, so that was pretty cool. Definitely different kind of vibe than the Tom Cruise movie, and I guess we'll try to hold off really talking a lot about the Tom Cruise movie. We'll save that to the end, or if we come back to this or review this show. So thanks for sticking with us so far. Rob, what do you think of that trailer so far?
Yeah, I'm listen, he's got the look, he's got the height, like the body and this and that. The one thing about Reacher is that he's a loner in the books, and he comes across, he's got a bit of a wit to him, but he's a pretty serious guy. I want to make sure that they keep that. Listen, as much as I love this trailer,
I think they're lightening him up for sure. Yeah,
they've lightened it up a little bit, but the musical choice for this, I thought maybe wasn't probably the best to capture that atmosphere. But that being said, listen, Amazon's done a fantastic job with the Jack Ryan movies, right?
Yes,
the Tom Clancy stuff.
Yeah.
And there was a huge bump up in budget from season 1 to 2 of that series. Not to say this one looks like it was cheap, but I'm hopeful that we get a second series. Maybe they put a bit more into it. It looks good. I want it to be like really good. Like I'm super stoked for this. It's 8 episodes dropping on February the 4th. They'll probably do the first couple and then a weekly after that, which is somewhat Amazon's, thing that they usually do. So we'll see. But man, I'm super stoked. Are you stoked for this after seeing the trailer?
Yeah. So the trailer, like with you, I have a slight concern with Jack Reacher being so humorous.
Right.
But maybe it has to do that for a TV show to actually be watchable for the general public. In the book, you're right. He does come off as very stoic, kind of like attitude of leave me alone and I'm just going to do my thing. Very, very much a reluctant hero. The closest thing when I was watching TV, closest thing to a Jack Reacher show was maybe Punisher the Punisher Netflix show.
Yeah.
When he was kind of wandering around at the beginning and they were showing his origins and he's helping people out, and a show called Longmire. So I was hoping that it was going to be kind of a blend of those two. It looks like it is. And the music, he kind of rolls into this town and looking for an old singer, I think is his original plan in the book. I don't know how long ago it was since you read it, but
so I think the one important aspect of this character that people should know is that he is a retired military police officer, right? So they are trained at a higher level than normal army individuals because they have to take those elite guys down. So they're highly trained military police officers who's a loner. He's left. He kind of gave a bit of a middle finger to the idea of the army and the regulations and want to do things his own way. So he left. My concern is, will they be able, he's supposed to be a guy who has a lot of knowledge. He's lived a life being in war and this and that. Does Alan Richardson, can he, in this character that he's imbuing, can he pull off that you can believe that this is a guy who has the knowledge of
he basically just has
he's supposed to be
he has
an investigator and
with everything. It feels like when he reads when you read the book, he kind of knows how to do almost everything except for driving. He seems to be kind of a rookie at driving.
He likes to
which is kind of funny. Because in the Tom Cruise movie, he's a very proficient driver.
Yes.
You're
right though. In this book, he decided he was on a tour. Like he wanted to find the house or the birthplace of an old jazz singer from the 40s. Like that's what brings him into this small town. wrong place, wrong time. Something happens, and they kind of pin it on him. He's just he's a grifter. No fixed address. He moves from one place. He's like the littlest hobo, John. He's like the littlest hobo who goes around and helps solve crimes.
He's basically a wanderer, almost like like I think it's a common samurai theme.
It's like
they
Kane.
just kind of wander around. Yeah. Kwai Chang Caine.
That's right. From
so
Kung Fu.
the shot wise and stuff like that. A lot of the imagery, like the town of Mawgrave, like that's almost exactly what I pictured in my head. Like the just kind of like long strip with the barber shop, all that kind of stuff on there. And it looks like a lot of scenes are going to be shot for shot.
Yep.
What is described in the book. We saw some of the stuff in the jail. So sorry, folks, if you haven't read the books, we're going to geek out a little bit about kind of comparing to the books. So do you think that like it's going to maybe be too true to the book, or are you worried that they're going to maybe tread on too much ground that we've seen?
No, and I don't think so. I'll tell you why. Because this book, the very first book in the series, is told in the first person. It's like him talking to you, the reader, as opposed to a third person, a normal view story, right? So I don't think so. But listen, you're right. Exactly what we, pictured in our heads. It's filmed in the GTA here in small towns throughout the GTA in my area. And I think it's, I think it's going to do right. You've got, there's that one line when he's walking and the guy's like, "Oh, are you here for something?" He goes, "Justice," or whatever he was saying. Like that's the line right from the book. Like I recognize as soon as I heard it, right?
Yeah.
So all this to say, John and I are geeking out about this because we have a passion for these books. And listen, we both enjoyed the first movie. I don't know if I didn't enjoy the second movie as much as maybe John did, but the
second movie wasn't quite there.
Yeah, but this has me very, very excited.
Made some weird judgment calls, and I think it could have been a good movie, but they went in a different direction. They did take a lot of care in making those movies, making Tom Cruise's scarring and stuff like that almost verbatim from the book. So I think we have to definitely appreciate what Tom Cruise and the director. I think the same guy directed the Mission Impossibles did the first movie at least. Yeah.
Yep.
They put a lot of care in just Tom Cruise just didn't visually fit the height requirement factor. But if you're going to be a stickler, essentially Jack Reacher in these books looks like a homeless bum. And they're not doing that in this show either. So
he's very clean cut.
all those criticisms aside, but describing him as a force of nature is a big part of the book, and I'm looking forward to seeing if this direction works. But I do like the idea of a long form expanded show. I think you said it was going to be 8 episodes for season.
It's 8 episodes, and I think the idea, listen, we've got 26 books. Could you imagine if we get that many seasons? But if you take one book and you make it 8 episodes, I think that's the perfect way for this type of series, like these books with so much information and story and fun in it. I think it's a perfect way to translate what's on the book on the page into screen is making them a series. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, and then they can always diverge later, and they can start doing like they could do every other season is like a completely original idea, which would be fantastic. I'd be definitely down for that because I feel like we're few and far between Jack Reacher books at the moment. I'm looking forward to the next one. I don't know when that's going to drop. But thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. If you like this content, please like and subscribe and check out a bunch of our other videos. We are live with the Sidekick Show every Monday at 8:15 p.m., where we talk live with you guys about movies we love and all kinds of fun stuff. And we have a host of other shows. We do have the Heroes World podcast, usually drops every Sunday. And we do have other clips of our various shows like TGIF Friday, with that's a lot of comic book content and other things from the store with our friends Jesse and Andre. So you'll see us on various points of that content. So thank you for checking that out. And hopefully when this show comes out, I think we're definitely going to have to cover it because we're such huge fans of this. So so look forward to that. Get at us with what you think. If you're a longtime fan of the book, or maybe you've never heard of the book and you just like that Tom Cruise movie, or this is maybe your first time hearing about Jack Reacher. The show is called just Reacher, so I guess you're kind of going with a slight rebrand. So get at us in the comments what you think, what you didn't like, what you like. Do you like that there's more humor, or do you like that there's, whatever you like? So thank you very much, folks. Sorry, I'm going nuts because I'm so happy that this is happening. Thank you, Rob, for jumping on.
Thanks, buddy.
For a random trailer reaction, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Cool. See ya.